This is literally going to be my 8th attempt to make this video on my phone, and I've gotten a phone call in the middle of making it the past 7 times. So let's pray and hope that this doesn't happen again, because if it does, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give up on it. But either way, what's going on, guys? Captain Cody Davis here. Obviously not out on Lake Okeechobee like I would like to be on my day off. Instead, I am picking away at my long list of house chores I have to get done. And just wanted to reach out to you guys real quick and ask you guys' opinion on something. Ask you guys what you would like to see on this channel. Before I get into that, just want to let you guys know, my intentions of starting this channel were never to be rich and famous, be a popular face on YouTube, you know, make money at this or become viral, nothing like that. This is just simply another way for me to advertise my guide service. And to be honest with you guys, if it were not for this YouTube platform, I would not be in business anymore. 98% of my business has and still does come from this channel. I'm very thankful. I think it's awesome that YouTube's given everybody this platform where you can create your own content and put it out there to the public. I advertise other ways, but this has been by far the most effective way. So thank you guys so much for all the support, the kind words, all of you guys that booked me through this channel. I just think it's awesome, and couldn't be more thankful. So that's why I'm reaching out to you guys to ask you guys' opinion on something. And to backtrack one more time, I'm going to just give you guys kind of a little back history on myself. I was born into a bass fishing family. My dad is an avid bass fisherman, but I was born down on the southeast coast of Florida from a little town called Deerfield Beach. I could literally walk out my front door and walk and be standing on the sand on the beach in about 10 minutes, and I did almost daily. The reason I'm telling you this is because along with being a huge bass fisherman, as you guys can tell, I took part in pretty much every single fishery that Southeast Florida has to offer at some time or another in my 29 years of living. On the weekends, if I wasn't bass fishing, I was either offshore on the boat, fishing for everything that has to offer out there. I obviously have friends and family members who are big into the offshore fishing scene down there for the swordfish, the snappers, the groupers, the wahoos, the cobias, the sailfish, the dolphin, everything you could think of. I've fished for them. I've done it, and still do it. Grew up fishing on the Deerfield Beach fishing pier. My dad did not have a saltwater boat, was not into saltwater fishing, could care less about it. So his way of taking me saltwater fishing was, I'm going to drop you off on the pier, I'll pick you up at dark, which turned into dropping me off on the Deerfield Beach fishing pier on Fridays after school at 4 p.m. and picking me up at 8 p.m. on Sunday. Sleeping under tarps, just living out there like a complete hobo with all my best friends that I met out on the pier. I tell this all the time. I spent a good 4 or 5 years of my life out there on that pier, and still do fish it to this day, obviously. And my 5 groomsmen in my wedding, I met them sleeping under tarps and benches out there with them on the fishing pier. So super cool. Best memories of my life was fishing out there. And I fished out there we caught all the big kingfish. I tell people my first sailfish and my first mahi-mahi I ever caught in my life came standing on the Deerfield Pier. Big sharks, did a bunch of shark fishing from the beaches, from the piers, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Snook and tarpon fishing, our inshore fishery down here in Southeast Florida. That's my obsession. Bass fishing is my passion, but my obsession is fishing for a fish called a snook. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with them, who might be watching this from other states and never heard of one, it's basically an elongated, 4 times as strong saltwater bass. They behave a lot like a bass, but they relate a lot more to heavy covers such as docks, bridge pilings, channels. They live in the current, they feed in the current. You fish for them with giant swim baits, just like you see here, or gigantic hair jigs, stuff like that. Fishing for them with basically musky tackle, and super fun, most addicting fish you'll ever fish for in your life, and I'm obsessed with them. So the reason I'm telling you guys about all this is I want to showcase it to you if you guys care about it. I'd like to showcase to you guys all the different fisheries Southeast Florida has to offer, and just South Florida in general, for the sole purpose of, if you guys come down here to book a trip with me, maybe you want to, elongate it. Maybe you'd like to do a trip on Lake Okeechobee with me, and then maybe you'd like to go out on the coast and catch your first sailfish, or, go fish on a pier and just hang out. Maybe introduce your kid to saltwater fishing and take him fishing on the pier to catch little mackerel or small snappers out there. Maybe you want to do a trip with me to go fish for the clown knifefish or the snakeheads. You know, a lot of people, the snakehead craze is kind of dying down and the fishery is still here. If you love throwing a frog, there's not a cooler fish to catch on that. I would just like to show, you know, kind of branch out and shoot some more video doing that down in the Keys. I get a lot of people that book me on their way to the Keys and have never been. I'm down in the Keys almost every single weekend during the summer. My wife's family does have a small house down there, and we take it, you know, go out there and do the lobster season. We fish do the backcountry stuff for the permit and the tarpon. We go offshore for dolphin and fish the big wrecks for snapper and grouper. I do it all. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm not saying I'm the greatest to ever do it. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying I'm a true Floridian, born and raised down here, and I try to take advantage in every type of fishery we can. So even if there's a fishery you guys want to go out and do that I do not guide or charter for, I have connections and have, you know plenty of people that can take you out to get that done. So if you guys would like to kind of me to branch out and try to video and document some of this stuff, I'm more than happy to do it. But just wanted to know your guys' opinion on it and see if it was something you guys would like to watch. Some of it might be a little bit hard to document, like the snook thing. It's very secretive. As stupid as that sounds, it is. But I can still get it done, especially if I go in the boat. And I do run snook trips, okay? That's another reason why it's called tight splice charters. I'm obsessed with bass fishing and snook, so I try to splice them together. The thing with my snook trips is I tell people you're fishing for big fish, okay? It's almost like a muskie. It's a fish of 1,000 casts. And there's a really highly likely chance you're going to zero. So that's why I don't advertise them as much. If I get someone on the boat who seems like they're a very avid fisherman and they would be able to, they'd be into it, I do run them, but just know that there is a very highly likely chance you might not get a bite, but there's just as highly likely of a chance you might get 8 or 9 bites, and they're going to be the coolest fish you've ever fished for. So if you guys, like I said, I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but let me know. Would you guys be interested in me showcasing that to you guys on the channel, or would you rather me just keep playing, with the big green fish and Lake Okeechobee, which I am perfectly fine doing? Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate all the kind words and all my videos and all you guys have subscribed. And I don't know, I'll be reading the comments to see what you guys think. I appreciate it.